Hello everyone, I'm going to be starting out tonight with the AMX 5100 here. Nice to see some of you guys are here already. Hopefully everyone had a nice Friday. Like usual, I'm going to be doing tank requests, so feel free to put them in. Usually Fridays fill up pretty quickly, so get them in soon. Basically, I played like a match or two in between last stream. Still on the same grinds that I'm doing. The 5100 here, I want to stir a meal. What is it? The TVP VTU and RU251. I might try to get a, depends on how many battles I get in tonight. Might try to get in a match in like the IS or something, since I plan on going down that Russian heavy line that's coming out. Not exactly the best map for me here. I'm gonna have to wait and see where I can kind of end up. But I'm probably gonna end up but I don't think I'm gonna be able to go out on the other side, so it is kind of working in our favor right now. They had, granted, it's still gonna be tough. They have an E4 and a VK4502B, but aside from that, they don't have too much more armor than our team. Hopefully, too, thank you guys who took a look at that video, posted on Discord. Hopefully the audio's right here. I kind of fiddled around with it a bit to where hopefully it sounds a little bit better. It's not too noticeable, but it should work out better in the long run at least. But I wish I could go out on that that other side, but more or less it's going to be a little bit difficult given the size of this thing. Plus there's some artillery. I don't know where. Okay, that's nice to know where those guys are. Crap, I wanted to track him sooner. That's not good. I really stink at this tank. Honestly. I don't know what this T10's doing, but it's, I guess, got shot and couldn't retaliate. He's trying to turn, and he just kind of cut off where I want it to go in the end, but he is kind of saving me. It's just the E4. The E4 is basically back to where, okay, I have to take a risk here. The E4 came back to where he could shoot me, so. Oh, sorry, Colt. I'm gonna take a chance to reload here, but I'm not sure I'm actually going to be able to do anything. I have a pretty long reload on this thing, where I knew heading out over here, my only hope on this side would kind of to be camp this corner, but yeah, it's not looking too good for our team, and I'm still out for another 37 seconds here, so I'm not even sure, because this guy can one-shot me here. I'm not even sure if I'm going to make it to that. But this is the drawback of this tank I really don't like, is, you know, you can't really claw your way back if you're just sitting reloading for this long. So just end me, somebody. I don't want to give him just a free kill if I'm not loot but guess I'm just gonna head this way. No, that didn't work. I'll get one shot off here. Yeah. Can't say I really like this tank though, honestly. It's just, it puts out a lot of damage with its magazine, but it has just so many drawbacks that it frustrates the hell out of me playing this tank, to be honest. Alright, so up next I have a stir meal up next. Let me hop into that guy. Not yet. I haven't gotten a haircut yet, no. Yeah, Colt, he doesn't have a tier 7, so popping into... We have a few 7s here and a 10, or a couple 7s and a 10 here. But basically, I platoon for the first... basically the first half of the stream here, so if anybody does want to pop in, helps if you have every tier. Oh. I was gonna say, I guess you know, I'll send you an invite afterwards. This is where platooning, honestly, it with the same tiers, it doesn't work with how I do my stream, so it can be difficult sometimes. But I'm just gonna hop into the battle here. I don't mean to be rude, but I'll send you an invite afterwards, GG. Michael Bay plays tanks. Hello, Cut Mojo, Sidekick. Everyone else popped in here. Okay, so I'll do later on in okay, in the Badger, HE only. Sure thing, that works. Which I mentioned last stream. I'm watching my brother's dog. That'll be starting tomorrow, since I'm streaming tomorrow instead of on Sunday. Just a day later than I thought here. Sorry, GG. I'll try to invite both of you guys back if, you know, if you guys would like. I have an M56 Scorpion after this and a Badger. Actually need to... for whatever reason, there we go. For whatever reason, my mouse keeps switching off of my World of Tanks profile to where I have it set on low sensitivity, so I'm not like bouncing around the screen all over the place. Hello, Sasuke and Jackie. But yeah, as far as platooning, yeah, sorry, it's just, you know, the way I platoon, you know, it helps, you know, having every tier to work with, to where I get all discombobulated, kind of going out of order and whatnot. I keep thinking I'm gonna free XP this thing, but I'm just gonna stick it out and slowly get through it. I've got plenty of grinds to where it's not like I'm playing this a ton. But yes, it's just, it's kind of, I don't mind playing it on a map that it actually works on, but when you get a map like this, the only spot that really makes sense is either sit in the base, but that's not helpful, or you sit basically in like A8 or B8 and you fire at long range, but I'd get like one shot off there and then I'm gonna be like, what now? Before RD starts shooting me, or, you know, someone pushes on me and just pushes right through. So it's more the maps. Right now the game favors basically mediums, heavy tanks, and also like big guns sitting at the end of corridors. But you actually have to have armor to use that, to where this thing has no armor, no mobility, no turret. It's got a good gun, but it doesn't really have, you know, all the pieces to the puzzle. Thank you very much, MW, for the tip. Ooh, this KV2 will really hurt. Look to take him out. Oh god. I'm gonna go with the engine because I'm still gonna be screwed. Yeah, I'm dead. I was saying I'm still gonna be screwed if I repair my track to where the engine's not gonna repair in time. But yeah, it's frustrating playing this, but I'll slowly grind through it. Here's light at the end of the tunnel. I only have like 65,000 left. I'm gonna try to get one more shot, but I'm very much might just die here. Luckily, I know the KV-5 doesn't have max V range. Oop, I might be able to hit this guy, but my gun's damaged here, so accuracy is definitely at a premium. Levi will be very happy to get a tip here too. He got all new treats here. I don't think they're actually gonna pop out. It's just my accuracy is already terrible to where if I reset it anymore, I'm just gonna be screwed. At least my team won. You know, I got one shot in and I didn't die, so I consider that a above average match in this sometimes. But yeah, I'm not gonna get another shot here. Let's see if he likes one of these. But like I kind of mentioned shortly a couple minutes ago, so I'm not streaming this Sunday because of the Super Bowl. I'll be streaming tomorrow instead, starting at 8 p.m. like normal. Thank you very much, Labobo, for the tip. But yeah, I at least didn't get last place in damage, but I'm glad our team got us a W there. Hello there, John. Right now, it does look like there is room right now because I know Holt wouldn't be able to play until after the Badger, and GG can't get back in until after the Scorpion. But yes, it also doesn't have a lot of ammo. You are right there too. You're saying it's weird watching tanks after playing planes. It's weird sometimes for me on Tuesday where I play World of Tanks in the morning and I play a different game at night. It's weird doing that in one day for me at times too. Which, for anyone who hasn't played Total War Arena and thought that was interesting when I streamed it, there's a link here. They're doing an open week. It's still in closed beta, where that should be coming out of closed beta sometime soon, and that's going to be the last wipe for the game. However, currently the open week, there's a lot of like special missions and the basically leveling up, so getting experience and like I forget what it's called. You know, basically the currency to buy new units and stuff. It's accelerated right now in the closed beta, so you can test the game out and get, you know, at least like tier 3, 4 stuff like that fairly quickly. But that's started today, and it runs all the way until like next Sunday or something, or somewhere along those lines. I think I'm gonna head here instead. I thought about heading far over there, but I'm not sure how well they're actually gonna push. Better to say the big game. I keep seeing people say that, but why is that? Is the Super Bowl like some sort of taboo word now? I don't follow football, so like Ryan and I will be her cousin lives like right next to us almost, to where we'll be over at their house for a little bit. I've got my hands full pet sitting as well. It's a per bow. Right, so I'm either late or they didn't really put anybody down there. I did take a while to get over here. Yeah, I was definitely a little bit late. Decisions. I can't push on it on my own in this thing. Like, like, this map is better than the last for a TD like this, but pushing on your own in this, even getting rammed by like a light tank or a medium, can basically end you. I probably should have stayed out in the field a little bit more, but hoping to get a couple shots in the south. That guy's probably a little angry. It's copyrighted. Oh, I guess that is a good reason then. Hopefully the AI is not smart enough to pick that out of a live stream. But I was wondering though, I have an account for Ally Bank, and they were doing something like a app or something, and they called it the big game. I'm like, never heard it, you know, I've never really heard it called that, to be honest. I haven't followed football in like almost a decade now. I'm gonna just head this way. I do like this little tank though. It's quirky. It's definitely a one-trick pony with just being like a sniper, but yeah, it's fun. It's small. You can get around places too, just not really up hills very fast. Making sure I hit that shot and I missed it. Don't ram me. No. Yeah, I'm done. I spent so much time aiming there and then I completely blow it. And I would have actually killed him had I landed that first shot, but oh well. I probably should have started off in like a tier 10 heavy or something to get things rolling. But I picked the AMX 5100, which I'm not exactly very good at. Alright, so I'll send you an invite, GG, too. But I have a Badger up next to your... which tank would you like for the challenge there, Grigsby? Which I'm working on. I have everything printed out. I wasn't able to actually there, cut. I can send you an invite here then, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best to mix everyone in. A Satan meal challenge. Thank you very much, Grigsby. I hope I prove you wrong with winning that one. I'm just gonna write that in. Hello, Adapt. Nice to see you. Yeah, platooning confuses me a lot, but what I was trying to say, I wasn't able to cut them all out, where I'm going to change the sponsor and challenge board around a little bit. I have, you know, a whole list of names I still need to add up. I'm going to make it look nicer too, since currently it looks weird in the kind of light there, just because I have a little, it's in the corner of my basically computer desk where you can see it in my other camera here. Kind of. Basically, I've got one over there, and there's two in front of me, actually. But I'm going to fix the lighting on that, hopefully, a little bit. Because right now, I just have, like, a little lamp over there. But hopefully, by tomorrow's stream, maybe. It's just, we've been a little bit busy, because I'm watching... So right now, starting basically today and tomorrow, definitely, I'm going to have one more dog, I have a bunny I have to take care of, 2 cats, so a little bit busy. And that's going to be for about a week, so it'll be interesting. But we're also helping helping her brother out with, he's just got a house, so. I have not adapt, no. I saw some people today, if you're playing on the EU server, some people did have issues with the EU server today, but that was specifically something with the EU server that was wrong, I believe. Well, the rabbit's not here, so neither are the cats because Ryan's allergic. But I'm just doing a lot of like popping around to different places and, you know, taking care of things. To where the sponsor board, I'm switching it up a little bit. So how I'm gonna do it. So for sponsors and, you know, people that tip, currently there's like the very large kind of hexagons with everyone's names on it. I'm gonna basically do the challenge like victors. It's gonna kind of span off of those. For each one that you win, it kind of grows out from your name. For anyone that doesn't have one of those, I'm gonna have to figure out something else. Only because ink's expensive. I'm sure anyone that buys, you know, ink for a printer at home knows how freaking expensive that stuff is. I'm gonna have to... I actually shot through. I should have saved that shot. As I say, I'm gonna have to blow out the pier here. But nope, Type 5 got right around that, of course. Can't you shoot lower? I'm gonna have to move here because I'm not gonna be that useful in this position. Like right now I'm just throwing HESH shells, which, you know, aren't gonna really cause any damage to where. And RD of course is gonna shoot me because I'm just sitting right out in the open. I'm tempted to. We don't really have many people in the center, but if I go out there on my own, I'm just gonna get circled and killed. In the north, I don't know why everyone keeps trying to fight up here. They're just gonna end up getting flanked, but I don't have the speed to go over there. Sucks, but my best bet is to try to make it work over here. It's just we're gonna have a very hard time pushing through this way. We do have people in the center though, so hopefully they can kind of push through. Crap, I should have taken a pot shot at the T-57 when I had the chance. Ooh, crap. Really hate pushing through this little corridor here. He's got heat too, so he gets shot to my lower plate, he's just gonna cut right through me. Kinda wish I spawned in the north though. Hitting him in his weak spot isn't gonna be easy. Got 4 damage. I guess that counts. Come on, let's pop out a little bit more for me for T-57. Be awesome. I don't think he's gonna pop out anymore. It's just, unfortunately, we lost the north. They all stupidly went as far north as they could there, and nobody covered the town. So it's no surprise that they ended up just getting stuck in one spot and then they died. The TDs we have aren't able to actually reach out where we need them to be here. Carry us? I think it's a little too early in my stream to say that for me. Crap, he's actually shooting HE at me. Actually rather annoying, so I'm just gonna take him out. Awesome hit by Artie. Again though, let's say it's not a very big spot to hit here. Sorry, E4. They're gonna push on him regardless, to where I actually have to fall back here. I'm gonna still try to help him. I can't push forward there. I'll end up dying. Hoping this E4 helps. The Badger is gonna take a shot at me. This E4 can not take him out. Alright. Oh well. We're gonna be screwed regardless, given the amount of tanks we had left. Oh well. Hello Floyd, nice to see you. And also Lablak. And nice guy, nice to see y'all. Alright, so if I know I sent GG, and also if you guys are still watching and want back in, just send me a message, and I will pop an invite to you guys. Yeah, this is always my hardest thing, is trying to fit everybody who did want to platoon in, given not everyone has the same or not basically every tier. I'm starting to get confused here now. Hello 23, nice to see you. And Leonard. Yeah, hopefully by tomorrow night's stream I'll have a couple things kind of caught up on when it comes to like the sponsor board and everything. I spent, you know, about an hour today redoing the audio, so I'll have no more problems there. YouTube was having some problems with when I clip out stuff from the stream, like if I have an ace tanker match or something like funny happens, sometimes the audio gets a little distorted. So it's just something to where it's just hopefully that fixes it. I'd say I can play the RU-251 Hunter, but I won't do HE only. That's something you can buy in my chatbot shop, but I don't change my stuff otherwise. Alright, I see an ultimate challenge from you, Floyd. I'll do all the special battles after I platoon here and start doing solo. Hello, Marga. But I'm looking to hopefully change a couple things I'm working on with the stream to make things a little easier on my end. You guys probably noticed sometimes I get really confused. I'm looking to kind of get rid of that way, or not get rid of it, but basically switch things a little bit so I'm not just fumbling around confused and not even playing that well. What's the point of watching then? It's not even, you know, entertaining. So I'm looking to fix some of that stuff. Yay, I got over here and I didn't immediately die. I will just kind of immediately die. Stop shooting me. Okay, I see there's an M5 behind me now. My problem is you're able to get shot from a few different ways here. Concerned about this fellow. Oh, now I'm concerned about the Lukes here. Yep, he's got shots at me now. And I'm dead. I like how this dog was trying to tell me to fall back. How am I gonna fall back when there's, you know, either of us, when there's tanks on literally all three sides? Still did a pretty good amount of damage, 771, you know, for a tier 4 light isn't bad, and almost 300 assists. Just a little bit, took a little too long, you know, for these guys to get down to help out here, and also, but at the end of the day, we'll still come out with a win, most likely here. Hello, Jumo. Yeah, like some of the stuff, like, you know, changing my tanks to like HE only and stuff. I keep some things like that in the chatbot shop only because I take requests every stream, to where if I had my normal requests that I take, you know, every stream from just anybody, it would get really confusing having to keep track of all that. Literally, I do my tank request list out of WordPad, so there's only so much I can actually fit there. But at least we're gonna get a win here. If we end up losing, then something terribly wrong happened. But we did a pretty good job. Hunter, that was somebody spent stream currency on it. It's called Michael Bay Plays Tanks. It's in my chatbot shop. There's a link in the video description beneath here. I have a Levi pick here. I'll pop into a grind here. I'm looking at the requests. I don't know if you're still watching, Colt. I think you are, though. I've got... I just know you only have up to tier 8 to where... Basically, it's kind of... It's tough to say. I have all high tier requests tonight. Thank you, Autumn, for the subscription. But yeah, basically, you know, how I do streams, it's a lot simpler than it somewhat seems. To where I stream 2 times a week right now during the first half of the streams on Thursday and Friday. Just have to message me basically to Platoon. I do my best to fit people in. If you don't have every tier and it doesn't really line up with the tank request list, I might just be able to do 1 match with you. Other than that, though, I pretty much just taking tank requests. I ask 1 per person. Please take a look at my tank request list to make sure I actually have a tank. And that's kind of how I pick the tanks. And then I'll mix in like a tank that I pick every now and then. Okie dokie, so bottom tier. Okay, I didn't see any fast tanks heading this way, so I guess stuck with pushing out on this side, even though it's not exactly what I want to do, but everyone's always so obsessed with pushing the hill that, you know, it's useful, but it's not honestly the most or the best, I should say, best tactical spot on the map. I'm gonna try to slip in here, but this could go horribly wrong given the tank that I'm in. If this WZ hits me. Ooh, and he actually stopped to hit me. I'll give that guy credit. He actually stopped, and he's loading a heat round. I find that pretty much anybody that I see driving that tank in a random battle has not elite. I guess you could call it elite round though. A heat round loaded in that thing like 9 times out of 10. It's a crazy tank once you start throwing heat in it, because it completely covers up the accuracy problems it has. It just becomes this gigantic medium with a little bit of armor that can literally penetrate everything. And not by gigantic medium, basically a hard-hitting medium, because it's really fast for a heavy. But like usual, lost most of my HP. I'm in a tank with no armor on this map, and I try to push out the spots because I really hate just camping and waiting for the enemy to dismantle my team. But it probably would have been the better option for me. Just, we have a 183 Yag Tiger. They're finally pushing up. It's tanks like that that should kind of press, because honestly taking good positions on cliff here, it's a small map, and if you take places and kind of get the enemy stuck behind, say like the D2 corner, or get stuck back here, they're not able to get them back unless they, you know, plow through you. But once you give them up, you're probably not going to get them back. Definitely playing with fire here because their TVPs. Okay, he pulled back though. Say their TVPs actually not going to be able to pen him. I'm just going to chuck HE at him. It's really my only option right now. I'm waiting for the other flank to push. That Centurion found out why he doesn't want to push there. If they have a tank, especially a tank like that sitting in that area, you're just going to die. Thanks for tipping Levi a new toy and a biscuit too, both of you guys. Hello Andrew though, and Rich, nice to see you. But it'll be very nice once I'm done some of these grinds, honestly. Alright, time to swap back over to AP. Our team is doing well though. It's just, fortunately for us, they had a couple tanks that pushed out and died on their own. Okay. Just gonna do my best not to be seen, but that Orion was starting to get close to where he could spot me. I should use APCR here, honestly, because the AP shell, I can pen him on the side, but I just hit him towards the front. Nope. Oh, I actually penned him. I'm like, no, he's starting to angle. Got a little lucky there. Might be able to get a hit through this gap. Yay! Somehow got 2 kills, only 800-ish damage, but it worked. Hello, Perun and Arctic. Premium rounds don't make anything more accurate. It's just no premium rounds do that. It's just having insane penetration, like some of the high tiers with their premium shells. Doesn't matter where you hit on the tank, you're gonna penetrate it most times. That's basically what I meant by that. Premium rounds don't affect accuracy at all. Got that medal somehow, don't know how, but at least we got a W there. Cliff, it needs a little bit of a rework, honestly. Alright, so I have a tier 9 here. I'm going to Go get Levi a new toy. And also tip him here. Alright. Here you go, little buddy. Alright, so let me pop in a battle and go grab him. Hi. Hi. Go grab him a zebra. And it jingles. Oh god. Thanks for buying him a... Are you excited? You give me a paw? Thank you. Thanks for tipping Levi another toy here. Which, sidekick, if I'm not mistaken, you've already requested a tank. Where I can possibly add that on later if I have time to do more requests, but usually Fridays here I don't have too much wiggle room. It's usually just one per person. Go into a spot where you don't have a turret, John. I do that sometimes. And then you're like, crap, I got myself here, and then, yeah, no way out. Oh god. Hey, they shot AP! Woo! Team pushed that really hard. Question is, do they have anybody here? Probably not gonna like the answer to it. Nobody shot me. Go Strev 1030 coming this way. See if this IS-6 pulls back. I should have shot him a second sooner. What? You just got a treat and a toy. He's extra whiny right now. I think he's like, I need more. What? I can't throw it. Trying not to die here. Alright, I see that they're Badger. Their other TD. They still have a prototype though. Woohoo! Yay for me for not knowing how to count. And also that heat round for shooting him in the track. Oh god. We lost some tanks here to where they're starting to reposition to kind of get to where I'm at. But we really need that clump of people near our base. They pull up a little bit. That would be awesome. Light tank did a pretty good job there. I was worried I was going to be stuck with... I'm gonna take a shot here, but it didn't exactly go as planned. I was hoping the WZ wasn't paying attention still. Okay, STI should be able. It's just their tanks basically, specifically the Badger, is a problem. He's gonna try to get on there. I've got the HP to tank a shot. His T-32 though's another issue. On repair faster. Ooh, you hit me, Centurion. No, it's not exactly his fault though. That was just a bad RNG for him. try to get back here. I'm backpedaling for a reason, guys. You're not going to be able to count on me to block shots here. They can still damage me. It's all good, John. Wasn't your fault there. You're playing pretty darn well, though. Crap. If only I had 2 more millimeters on my gun caliber. And my gun wasn't damaged. Yeah, I probably should have fixed that a little sooner. I'm a goner. Oh well. That didn't work out too well there. Hi, dog. Hey, go get your toy. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. Ah, come on, get your toy. No. I don't know why he's begging this much. Nice stream rank, Andrew. I'll set that up shortly here. Hey, no, you're not getting any more. But unfortunately we lost. Good amount of damage, but we had a tough time pushing through all their heavies there. Alright, so I have a Panther 2 up here. Hey, no. He's please don't tip him any biscuits right now, guys. If you do, I'm gonna hold off a few battles to give them to him. I don't mind. He's begging specifically because he thinks he can beg for biscuits right now. Maybe I can set that up here before I get into the battle. Nah, it's gonna take me. I'll get to that shortly. Alright. Panther 2 here. Fortunately, switching tiers. So if you're playing, like, say, one tank over and over and over, the likelihood of you always being, like, say, bottom tier in this matchmaking setup is lower than if you pop around to different tiers. There is that special kind of clause in the matchmaking now, but that's where sometimes if you're frustrated getting bottom tier literally every single match, say like in a tier 8, partially it's because of that. Say if you're grinding like Panther 2 here and then you pop into like an E100 for a battle, something like that, it'll kind of count that as you not getting bottom tier that match. To where if you're playing the same tank, might even be same tier, I'm not sure, matchmaker will try to even out your spread a little bit more. So it's not always perfect, but it will at least try a little bit. Hello, McFinger. Alright, sounds good, Andrew. I should be able to do it. It doesn't take me too long. Oh lord. Yeah, and I stupidly took my eyes and stopped there. Honestly, I get not distracted. I have a really hard time honestly focusing at the beginning of some streams, and this is one of them. Probably didn't help right before the stream. I like crammed dinner in my face because we're helping move a lot of wood to build a ramp tomorrow. But it's like, oh, I don't even know how cold it is out here. It's cold enough to where it hurts your skin just walking outside with the wind chill. So it wasn't very pleasant. I shouldn't have gotten hit by the WZ-111-5A. It's the same one that honestly was shooting me on Cliff too, the name Scarlet. I was hoping though I could get shots without being spotted down through here, but I don't think they actually sent any tanks that way. I figured I wouldn't really be any use in the north, to be honest. And, you know, it's kind of like a stalemate right now up there. I do think someone's there. The shells shouldn't be disappearing that fast, to be honest. This IS-3 unfortunately doesn't have enough view range. I just hope I'm not shooting like a badger. I probably am, but I don't know why the IS-3 decided to go there, but I gotta run out of... Yep, I'm shooting the badger. I did not cause a lick of damage on him except for the HE shell. Obviously my accuracy is not good enough. Oh god. Probably didn't need to run that fast since the Scorpion G was in front of me, but I have no help here now to where he can actually two-shot me. And yeah, I don't have any help with actually dealing with him. Object 432 right up the center, because we don't have anyone else covering the center to where I'm going to be dead here. My only hope was somehow he'd bounce, but unfortunately we have so many tanks. If I can get over to there, crammed here, which, you know, isn't a bad thing because they are going to be able to push. However, the enemy, you know, they put a few more people into the center here than what you typically see. It's not working for them in the long run, but from where I was at, usually, you know, you have a couple more people here to where once people are in the center, this Type 4 came back to where you can just take them out really quick. Unfortunately for me, I kind of got, or not there, I got stuck out in this area, and I didn't expect the 432 to honestly push. But at least that kind of backfired on him. The only way a middle push works early on, or even in general, is if you're able to push quick, get a really big blow on the enemy team, not just killing a couple of their lower tiers like they did to me, the IS-3 and T-54. You got to get a big hit in quick, to where they kind of played that a little too slow. Let me try to get... get that set up shortly here. But yeah, ended up good match for us. But yeah, V4005 stage 2, he wrecked them. 6 out of 6 in all pens. He was actually using AP there as well. That wasn't a hash round from him. But yeah, I ended up, I shot 16 times. I hit the badger most likely 10, a lot of those. Not all 10, but yeah, I didn't cause much damage in the long run. Yeah, I'm trying to, what tiers do you have? You have up to 10. Okay, okay, this is what I will be able to do here. Thanks for the matches cut. I can get Colt back in for a battle, then I'll send you an invite, bam, after this. Alright, so let me get back into this guy here. Yeah, I have a tier 8 here, and I have a T95 up. I have a T95 again later on. Let's say, I remember Sidekick, you had requested a tank already, so I'm going to hold yours, where if I have time later, I'll put it up there. Well, thanks for the platoon cut. I try my best to platoon here. Sometimes I get a little bit confused, and I feel bad at times that I can't platoon with everybody. It would be nice. They tested out before, but it was horribly imbalanced to where super platoons, where you could platoon up to 5 people, it just didn't work, because if the other team didn't have one, or if the skill level of the platoons were off by a lot, it really skewed the battles in favor of one team. Well, not 100% Grigsby for sure about that. However, basically, if you look back at the patches that Wargaming put out specifically in the past year for matchmaking, they did put like a clause in stating it will try to basically normalize your matchmaking to some extent, to where you're not always on the bottom as far as the tier spread goes. It's not say like 100% forced. You know, if the matchmaking queue is long, it doesn't always take into account for that. However, my guess is, though, it's based off of, say, your last 5-10 battles or something, to where, you know, they kind of do like a rolling average for like other things like marks of excellence and stuff like that, to where it takes into account your maps now, what maps you play, and tries not to duplicate them. Again, it's not like a hard rule. It can be bent if the matchmaking queue needs to be kind of sped up. However, I feel like, you know, if you pop around to different tanks, or especially different tiers, it definitely skews it to where you can be like grinding one tank and just mixing in, you know, a couple other tanks if you die early in that tank and don't get it back right away. And if they're different tiers, I feel like it'll definitely kill that for the one tank you're grinding, to where you might not get like those middle tier or same tier or top tier matches as often. But it's all, you know, it's all based on luck, to where if you have good luck, you will never even notice, you know, that coming into effect, always being bottom tier. But if it's one of those days that you're just really unlucky with the matchmaking and you're getting bottom tier every time, that little clause that they put in definitely helps out. Fortunately, they have a Conqueror gun carrier to where they could hit me pretty hard here. I can't push, given that I have nothing for armor, and the accuracy on this is also pretty poor. I have somebody that pushed in. Ah, great. Oh lord, what? Okay, thank you, Commando E100, for pushing me there. I guess I was in your way. But unfortunately, I don't know how useful I'm going to be here shortly, because I'm going to have to reload. I'm still going to push, because I was trying not to get hit by that Scorpion G, but obviously that didn't work out. Actually, really smart on, whoa lord, really smart on that guy's part, doing that. Still not going to help him in the super duper long run, because I'm just going to set up here. Fortunately for me, I don't have a full clip, but we should be able to get him here. But I don't think our E100 is going to survive. Yeah. I'm gonna go, but I'm most likely going to get one shot at here by a T95. I can feel him aiming for me. I could have honestly tucked in to where Colt was, but we were basically dead once once we saw all those tanks there and our E100 ended up dying and we lost a few other tanks. Fortunately, not exactly in the most flexible tanks right now that I'm grinding. But trying to diversify the amount of tanks I have, but I'm definitely better in, say, standard like heavies and stuff like that. Let's say thanks for the fight again, Colt. I've got a T95 up next here. Wait to ban. The groundhog saw a shadow. That sounds pretty cold there, Victor. I'm glad it's not that cold here in New Jersey. Yeah, I wonder if you're in a battle or not. I'm gonna say I don't know who it is watching the stream or in chat here. I just don't recognize the name, but here we go. Doesn't look like you're in a battle. Since you guess, maybe, I don't know if you can accept them in battles. They give notifications now to where if you, okay, if you unfriend somebody, I saw it happen during one of my streams in the past week, but if you actually unfriend somebody on your friends list, even if they're in a battle or something, it pops up a notification for them now. I think that is actually a good thing. Some people are like, well, that's awkward, or like they don't like wargaming doing that, but I don't see it as a bad thing, honestly. I'm getting there, Floyd. Thanks for reminding me, though. I would say I have it set up already, so I just need to click it off here. Just making sure our platoon and everything went through. And so I got about a half hour of, you know, platooning left. If anyone did want to pop in, you know, just message me. Like right now I've got basically a tier 9, 10, and a 9 up again. And then once I start going solo, I have a Michael Bay Plays Tanks Badger match. So that's going to be HE only. A Saint, or not Saint Emile, Star Emile. I don't know why I keep saying Saint Emile, but Star Emile challenge and then an ultimate challenge after that. This will be interesting. It's gonna tap that little button there. I think I'm gonna get a lucky shot here in the beginning, but stranger things have happened. I just don't know if any of them are short-sighted enough to pop out here. Let me get a quick little shot on them. I guess I'm just gonna camp right around the base. Our 1390 is pretty much dead already. We have nobody in the south. I really hope we win the north. That was probably my only shot early on here I could take. Right, that's the worst that can happen, shooting long range at an E100. Don't have any shots on him yet. Shortly though, but I just feel like the E100 is going to pop up before. This is just really, really strange positioning by our team, honestly, though. Like a crapshoot shooting a Malshin at that range, especially with a standard round. Also, my gun is damaged here. 30 though, I'm gonna try to repay the shot back. Gotta stay a little bit angled here because the Conqueror's moving up. They do have 2 SPGs. I'm gonna worry about them if they start shooting me. Otherwise, I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm not gonna sit in behind the rocks up there because it's easier for them to hit me from further north. They have that T-95 on the ridge. This is where, even though our team's set up odd, it's not a bad tactic. To where it's not that easy for the amount of TDs that we had here for them to actually push into us. Not a good shot on my part, but I don't want to get too far out. But basically, with the cap being right behind us, we don't have to defend as much as you might think. It's still not ideal, but the tactic itself will actually work. Fortunately, now I'm going to have a tough time helping straight ahead. Just they have a Grill 15, a T-49 on my left. I don't have anyone capable really of helping there. Gone off, but we need those guys in the mountains to start having a little bit of urgency there. I guess I'm gonna try to push out here. It's just the Grill definitely can take a pretty big sliver of my HP off. No, I can't stay out here now. Down by 2. I don't know why it took them so long to push the northeast. I guess they were having like a little campfire and stuff up there. Thank you, Ryan, for the subscription. But if I had pushed down into the gully, it might have helped a little bit, but in the grand scheme of things, I still just would have ended up getting flanked in the end. They would have just been able to push around me. I still need to. I hope the Grill didn't push up. He had low HP, so I'm guessing he didn't. I still need to be taking shots. I can't just pull back because their tanks that are near the E100 or were near it could fall back to their base. But their Grill 15's still in the south. We still have, you know, a good amount of tier 10s in the north. If I get hit by Grill 15 heat shells, it's not going to go well for me. Yep, it's exactly what just happened. He's like, nope, swapping over to heat. And there goes any armor that I had. I'd have to really heavily angle to actually deflect his heat shells, and even then, I'm not going to be all that safe. But unfortunately, our arty never listened. They pretty much stayed right where they could get shot the easiest at. And I bounced. I'm trying to punch through him easily, but that was a pretty big bounce on my part to miss. Fortunately, he's got the smaller gun. There we go. I'm having to use a lot of APCR here, but honestly, if we win, I don't care, but for whatever reason, our strong flank never won. I don't know why, but it happens. But yeah, the Grill 15 took a pretty big chunk off using heat, but I kind of saw it coming. I would have done the same thing. Congrats, Jackie, on winning the raffle. Hello, 660 driver. Nice to see you. Hello, Anthony. Nice to see you. And Dingo. And Strange. Alright, sounds good, Lobobo. I'll try to get you in for at least a... Okay. I'd say I can try to get you in for a battle, but if John's popping out, that works as well. I have an RU-251 up next. Why am I so aggressive though? I'm not always that aggressive, but a lot of the spots I take, you know, I've been playing the game for a very long time. They're aggressive, but I find they work well for me, and in the grand scheme of things end up you know, everyone plays differently, so okay, that's nice to know, Driver or Anthony. Alright, well, I guess I can send you an invite back for both of you guys if you'd like. I never got another. Say GG if you're still watching. I did message you. If you want it back in, I could fit you in. Sorry that the tier 7s, it seems like whenever we platoon together, they come up in my request list. Hello Brandon, nice to see you. Which hopefully anyone preparing for, I really hate when it does this, when a battle pops back in and it makes you synchronize. Preparing for 9.22, I now have a weak spot guide up for what is it, the Object 705A, Object 268 version 4, the Object 257. I just need to tweak that a little bit for the side armor profile. So you'll see I'm going to take down the video I have up of it currently, since that's outdated already. I knew that going in that I'd have to fix it before they release it, but I'm going to fix that most likely once they release the patch, just to make sure that the side armor is correct and they didn't switch it again. But I'm hoping, unfortunately, some of my stream clips, I'm going to try to get them out, but that's why I changed the audio around today to where a few of them got kind of screwed up because of the audio, the sample difference that I had. I guess YouTube didn't like it when I was clipping stuff out of live streams, and it kind of distorted it. So I got a few of them I am looking to put out. After last stream saying that I was the #1 player in the KV4 last month too, I've got a couple of those I need to release. That kind of surprised me that I was ranked 1 in the KV4. Right, I got some spots there. Hopefully they don't hit me though. Not going to be too useful with dealing damage, so maybe I can light up somebody else. Spots early on here, I'm not trying to like stay anywhere because a lot of people aren't even set up on my team to where at least I'm giving them kind of their position where the enemies are, but I'm not really gonna get any assist damage out of this since my team isn't, you know, set up yet. 907 is gonna be the bane of our existence here. My best bet is to kind of stick with EP and possibly even the HE round. Heat is not going to work on him in the side. Alright, so I shot at one of the at him and it just bounced off. How about that? Guy's probably a little bit angry though. He's like, I'm gonna overpower tank. How's he penning me? He's not using gold. It's because heat would be actually worse shooting at that tank at this range. At least, you know, it's got a bit of spaced armor, the tracks and stuff to where better off just using standard rounds and hoping that the RNG gods shine down upon you. I don't know who spotted me. It might have been the TVP, but I didn't think that he had enough view range. Fortunately, they got out of the spot that I could hit them at. Decisions to sue. That's who spotted me. My problem is I don't really know where I want to go now. I keep. Oh, kudos to him. I was not expecting him to be able to hit me there. Luckily, though, he had. Maybe he does have a big gun. I thought he had a small gun for a second with the added gun depression, but. Alright. I'm gonna look to get out of here. Join up with them. Oh, I was a little bit late doing that. Yeah. No hope there. I guess good job, Skoda. I didn't think he'd push up that fast on me, but I guess it did make sense given we don't have we have a T-34 here, but we don't really have a lot of people like sitting right on the ridgeline. Oh well. Twitch Twitch has a slightly less delay than YouTube because I have YouTube set up. I can configure YouTube to where it has less of delay than Twitch, the same or more. I use the more option because you have a DVR feature. You can rewind YouTube even if you come in late, if you miss a battle of something that you want to see, even if you don't have the page up, or if you're watching the replay, it actually gives you better quality than if I do the less of a delay. Not that big of a difference though. Some people make such a huge fuss over, say, like 15-20 seconds sometimes, but yeah, I used to stream almost with a 1 minute delay just to keep people from stream sniping, but I kind of got over that to where if people want to do that, they can be, petty. So, hello Vertic and William, nice to see you. I'm glad you like the weak spot guides though, Andrew. And honestly, nobody else does them. There is tanks.gg and like gamemodels3d.com where you can see the models live. I like making them because it helps me, and I also, by doing the written articles, and I can make videos using the same Photoshop drawings that I do. People that just like to see a static image and tells you where to aim, it's a little bit easier than fishing for them on your own. But takes me start to finish, say doing the Photoshop, making sure it's actually right, and also doing the written articles and videos. It probably takes me up to 4 hours now per guide. So, but unfortunately, another loss most likely here for us. Haven't really been getting much wins tonight. So I have a T-62A here. What tiers do you have? A battle though? No. I should have just waited for the battle to end. Again, the synchronizing personal profile. Go away. Go. But thanks, John, for the fights tonight. A lot of them didn't go our way, but it was still, a fun night overall. So I have a T-95 here. Yeah, I have probably one more battle after this for platooning before I go to the special matches, which if anyone else has, requests, you can, I guess, put yours up there, side ant. Where, feel free, you can request another one if you'd like now. I'm gonna do them after my special matches I have coming up here, which I should be able to. Andrew, I think your special rank should work now. If for whatever reason it doesn't, I will fix that. Thank you for tipping Levi, Will. I'm glad he got to make it. Even though it's a little bit late, but it's all good. Alright, little buddy. He's awake. I knew he was awake. That was a good shot there. Where do I want to head? I might catch a lot of flack for this, but I really want to go left. Probably gonna get, yeah. It's just looking at their team, it could completely backfire, especially on me, but looking at their team, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks that could push this flank, and then 4 TDs that might set up near this flank, but the 263s over here, to where me trudging all the way over here, it doesn't make sense percentage-wise for me. They could, you know, completely play out differently, but looking at that though, it doesn't look like it's going to play out differently. It looks like it's going to be a fight on this side of the map, to where if the town plays out like I think it will, they'll still be able to win it with the tanks they have over there. I just wouldn't be able to catch up to them, even given the buff speed on this. I just wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah, I'm hoping, as far as, like right now, I'm going to be really busy over the next a little over a week with animal sitting for a few people, but I'm hoping I can still get a few more of them done. Because really, I do weak spot guides if I feel like a tank really needs it when I'm back to work, but I like to do them when I'm not, say, cooking, only because it does take a huge chunk of time up. Where the other parts of the year, that's when I don't, you know, I'd rather make like a video or like a tank guide, map guide, something like that. You might think that a map strategy guide would take longer, but it takes probably 2 hours on average to make one of those. And most of that's just the photoshopping and writing the article part. Which unfortunately for me, I've got a nice artillery friend. Really surprised that guy is able. Really hope I don't get popped here, but okay, thanks for shooting him. Nudge. Makes it a little bit harder for Artie to hit me, but never gonna be completely. Now I need to help the T-54, both already shot. Got a few seconds. Crap. I screwed that up. Leopard, don't die. I'm gonna stop here. Might. There we go. Unfortunately, Leopard died, but at the very least, we got the Scorpion G out. Grandparents, no. It's Ryan's brother. He just got a house and he's disabled. To where that's where we're doing the ramp. My grandparents need a ramp, but they're extremely stubborn. I'll leave it at that though. But that's my mom's on that. That was a really nice arty shot there. Actually, I'm probably gonna want A, or not AP, HE, but I'll still take a shot at him just in case. Was here. Don't know if I'm spotted or not. We will find out in about 10 seconds if Artie obliterates me. Hello, Dominic. Nice to see you. I say hi to everybody, so there's no need really to ask. That's why you carry some HE on your tanks. Ramp it up. But Ryan and I are also, we just have a bunch of other, like, little things all combined. Like, we're still figuring out, like, wedding stuff, so got a lot going on. And then there comes World of Tanks. 9.22 is a big patch that's coming out most likely Wednesday for the NA server, a day earlier in Russia. And then it has World of Tanks 1.0 with all the new map updates in March, so I got my hands full with that. Basically, when that releases, I will only be doing map strategy guides from there on until I can get all the maps redone. I'll still be live streaming, of course, but as far as articles, I'm just going to be doing that. That'll probably take me a couple months, I feel like, to do, because I have to basically... the hardest part is just photoshopping everything. Like, a lot of people just use, like, I used to use, say, it was called Map Tactic. Now it's like Strat Sketch, and there's other ones to where people just use third-party websites, post it up on their website, and that's that. I don't really like that. I'd rather make it all myself and not use somebody else's program, which you may or may not have permission for to monetize it. If you give them credit, though, they usually don't mind, but I feel like Photoshop gives me more freedom with making what I want to actually portray. My best tank, I have 364 of them, so it's hard to say. I'd say the best one that I play well would be the T110E3. So it's tough to say. Oh yes, when I go back to work, it'll actually be, it'll be nice to where typically, you know, it doesn't get super busy for us until like the end of June. But once I go back to work, you know, things do settle down, and I have like a set schedule for everything: streaming, working, like leisure, stuff like that, to where everything's like planned out. Where right now it's just kind of throw everything in as fast as possible to get as much done before you go back to work. But anyway, I've got one more battle most likely to platoon here. Pretty good battle for us though. We got a win finally. Let's see, I've got the FE215B up next. Uh-oh, we lost Frank here. If you wanted to play another, I might have been able to do one more. I was gonna say, I thought I was only gonna be able to do those couple, but I can do one more here. See, Andrew, have a nice one. I will be streaming, just a reminder for anyone that didn't hear the past couple streams, I'll be streaming tomorrow as well, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time instead of on Sunday, just because of the big game. Yes, you know, I have a lot of time off in the winter. She has a lot of time off in the summer when it comes to Ryan. Yeah. where I stream a lot in the winter, and she's gonna just bartend a little bit just to keep busy, but hopefully not more than just like a couple days or something. Yes, Grigsby. Basically, the common test server most likely will get pulled down. I would guess possibly Monday it'll get pulled down. But basically they just take it offline. You still can have the client and go to the login screen, but it won't let you connect. Oh, I know. Not a very good map for me here. Yeah. I'm gonna try to make it work over here. I see that both of those are, you know, they're both suited for that side. And they have a Defender, VK4502B, and a Mauer Breacher, and a T10 with them. To where my side, I got an IS-3. But the FE215B fighting at close range over here, when they rework it, it'll be easier to play there, but right now, you can't fight without taking damage here in this tank, because it's got no gun depression, the rear turret, and the armor is honestly crappy. So I'm hoping having a little bit more range to play around with on this side, like I might have to brawl someone straight ahead here, but having a little bit more wiggle room will help out, to where I shouldn't run into as many heavies here. Oh lord. Really surprised that guy pushed in that soon, which there's no arty, so I can safely sit out here. They got him. Somehow missed the T92. Doesn't help though that my aim really sucks right now, but really surprised I missed the T92 there. And I say honestly, so far this stream I've definitely not been doing as well as I should have. I've been putting myself in bad spots. But I'm gonna press here only because crap. I actually did not want to take that hit. I started turning left, but I turned left too late. I'm actually gonna take another shot here. I shouldn't. But right now it looks like they don't have much when it comes to crap. He's gonna be able to pen me again. Doesn't even matter if I angle or not. I'm trying to get myself back because this is why the tank was replaced. It just doesn't play like a heavy. Honestly, it could work really good as a tank destroyer, but the armor on it is god-awful unless people actually shoot the wrong area. But everyone knows, you know, shoot the lower plate. The turret on it's really strong if you can keep it pointed at your enemy. I was hoping to sneak a shot on him, but we should be able to press here. The guys on our right, it doesn't look like they have anybody to worry about. Still on the left, which might not work out as well as this guy hopes. Wait, once I get my repair kit back, I can move, but as of right now, there we go. We got a nice hit on him. But I don't have to press hard here just because the other side looks like it's holding. If this was the AMX-30B, I'd have really easy shots on this guy. But given that it's the... As long as I get my turret back fast enough, I'll be able to bounce him. Hoping that will work. Awesome. Yeah, thanks, IS3. Let's say the likelihood of me pinning that guy was not super high there. That worked out like I hope though. The AMX-30, once my TD came up behind me, couldn't press very far without that TD hitting him. So as long as I got my turret kind of straightened back towards him, he wasn't going to be able to pen me in a lower plate. But the AMX M449 Liberté pulling to where he was in between me and the 30 AMX 30 was nice. That was just icing on the cake, basically. Hello, Axis and Supercat. Nice to see you guys. But they tried to balance this tank a little bit before they gave up and, you know, just put the Super Conqueror in. They tried balancing it by 2500 HP used to be really good for a tier 10 heavy, to where nowadays you have like stuff like Type 5 heavies and other tanks, you know, coming extremely close to 2500 HP that, you know, have better armor than this. To where they tried just kept, or they keep slapping HP on it to kind of fix it, but this tank was not meant to be this way. If it feels weird, it's because it was never meant to have this turret, nor was it ever meant to have this gun. Because I believe this turret, albeit it looks somewhat like some other British turrets, is actually completely fictional. I think it's close, it might be some play on like the Conqueror's turret, but this was one tank that, you know, deserved to kind of get replaced. The TD, the 183, I don't think it deserved to get pulled out, because that was a rear it is a rear turret tank. I was going to say rear tank, but a real tank. Last stream where I said I wasn't feeling too well, I'm feeling better now, but I still have one side I still have my tonsils to where it still hurts, where I had to keep kind of swallowing air. Very unpleasant, but I would like to not have to go to a doctor just for a sore tonsil. See you, Big Finger. Thanks for watching. But pretty decent battle here. Top 2 damage. Pretty nice job by the whole team. We didn't lose too many people. Almost everyone got over 1,000 damage here. And yeah, the enemy team, it was kind of a quick, or not quick, it was a somewhat quick win for us with no huge surprises. But thanks guys for the matches, everyone that could platoon. Sorry to a couple of you that I couldn't play more, only because the tiers didn't work out. But thanks again guys, you know, for the matches. So let me get to, I have some special requests here. The first one up is, it's in my chatbot shop. It's called Michael Bay Plays Tanks. I see William, you have a deluxe challenge too for the T57. I forgot to add on there. Oh god, I can't spell. So I have a few special battles here. I gotta get. So Michael Bay Plays Tanks. This one's up first, to where it's an HE only battle. God help me, in a Badger. At least it has Hesh though. It's gonna be interesting now. Then up after this I have 3 challenges ordered here. First one's in a stir a meal, then I have an ultimate challenge and a T57. Fisherman's Friend, I know them. Maybe I will try them. The only ones I have now are, honestly, I have like a little jar over here. They're Ricolas. I forget what kind. They're like the original or something, but they're like 2 or 3 years old. But maybe I'll try those ones. The Fisherman's Friend. I remember I think it was my grandmother bought me some like years ago. I don't mind the taste of them now. Any tips on more silver? The console version, I'm not too sure the differences between PC and console when it comes to like the economy, but if you have a premium account, you're best to stick tier 8 or lower if you're looking to make credits. It's always best, you know, to have a premium tank. You know, Wargaming has it designed that way. A tier 8 premium or even tier 7s, they'll make more money than any other scenario. If you don't have a premium account, you're best to stick around tier 5, tier 6. Play tanks where you can do a lot of damage without having to use premium shells or take a lot of damage in return. Some people play SPGs. You can also play, you know, say, you know, heavy tanks or mediums. Tank destroyers work, but you do have to keep an eye on some tanks that their shell cost isn't too high. But for the most part, it's just dealing damage and not playing a tier above where you should be. So if you don't have a premium account, tier 6 max if you want to make a decent profit. If you have one, tier 8 max, and specifically premium tanks are always better than standard, of course. But the way you earn credits is A, winning, and B, dealing damage, and C, if you spot damage, you get 50% of the net. So whoever causes that damage gets 50% and you get the other 50% experience and credit wise. Which, William, as far as the Olympics, I should be watching some of it. Ryan really likes the Olympics to where I probably won't catch it live, but she usually has a lot of it recording. Hoping to get a couple little quickies off here, but for some reason I was hoping I was gonna get lucky, but take my Hesh, 52 damage, be afraid. Had a kind of a glimmer of hope. I don't know why we sent a TVP out there though, but looking too good for us though. At least there's no Artie. Feeling this guy was gonna try to push. Ooh, 656 damage. Still pen the side of an E4, fortunately. Guy should be fine here. I'm gonna keep an eye just to make sure nobody else pushes. Somebody did spot me though. It's probably the 263, but I just thought he called him something else. That's why I got spotted. I want to hit him on the side here. Maybe not the side of the turret like that, but causes damage. Awesome, he's a goner. So far, Hesh has not been a hindrance. Usually my Michael Bay plays tanks matches here. They've turned out pretty well. That's funny, both our grandmothers got us on the same cough drops here. I usually find that if it doesn't taste, you know, sugary and stuff, and like it shouldn't be medicine, then typically it doesn't work. Alright. I think it's about time I take a risk. Probably isn't the best thing for me to do, given that I only have Hesh shells, but that Badger, or no, that was the FV-4005 Stage 2 that got that shot in the fire. I just wonder who else is over here. I'm afraid I'm going to get penned by... Okay, the JPZ's over on that side. This guy's actually using Hesh on the 263 as well. I was afraid I'm going to get penned by something I really don't want to get penned by on the side. Like, I can deal with, like, a medium or something like that, even though that bat chat does scare me a little bit. I want to steal this guy's accomplishment, but I might beat him to the 263 unless he goes over to hump. I'm going to take the safer of the two routes and head this way, but he can definitely beat me to him. I shot him in the wrong spot. But I knew I could reload before him, so... Which I'll catch up on chat shortly. I'm trying to see... Right now we're gonna have a little bit of trouble here. I had a standard round here. I get myself into. They're probably like, why is he only causing 200 something damage a shot? I see a TVP. I was hoping I could spot some people, but doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Somebody's got to be out here. I'm not looking to get too far out. There's no arty though, so I can definitely get in a decent position here. But like a perfect little window for me. Oh no, nah, he moved. God damn it. But yeah, they're quickly pushing on our base. Trying to do something here. I still have HP, it's just, you know, half of that can go away with one JPZ shot, but trying to not stupidly kill myself, but I also know if I push on their cap, that's not going to work out. Okay, here they are. Yep, there goes most of my a JPZ 100. That was a really low roll on his point too. So he only got an 880 damage shot there, but the combination, yeah, it didn't work out there. I guess I still did all right though, but did you put in a T30 quest? Oh, it is there. Duh. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. Might have been a little bit different if I had, you know, standard rounds, but I don't think it would have actually switched it. No, again, no premium rounds are more accurate than standard rounds. I've seen a few of you guys have asked me about that recently, and there's no such thing. Everything is the same accuracy, it's just based off of the gun. The shells don't matter. The only thing that might change is the shell velocity, but it doesn't affect accuracy whatsoever. So I have a challenge in the stir a meal here. It's a standard challenge, so I've got to do 1.5 times the HP total of the tank here. So this will be really difficult for me given this tank. I've got to reach, what is it, 1,260. So really it's only about 3 shots or so, but it'll be interesting. A family channel. I try to make things as much a PG-13 as I can. Which, hi Ryan. She left already. I don't even know where I want to head. I'm gonna head out this way, I think. The problem I'm having here is I would like to, like, sometimes TDs, it makes sense to set up here. Can't do it in this tank. I could set up here, but it's just I can't really get shots anywhere, honestly. It all comes down to this tank, it's alright, but if you're not able to shoot without not being seen or shot back, it's really bad. But, like, say if it had some armor, it would be better. Say if the gun wasn't in the back of the tank, it would be better. But there's a lot going against it to where... Am I ever going to play on console? Most likely not. I have it on my PS4, but I just don't have the time. Honestly, level up a new account, and also the money wise too, don't have the money to do it, so I'm only going to play on one thing, especially because I'm not a community contributor. I've tried to become one a couple times, and Wargaming, for whatever reason, Wargaming NA, I haven't tried through EU, because some people do take that route. Wargaming NA, for whatever reason, always tells me applications are not open, not accepting anybody, and yet they do accept new people and know it, so I've kind of given up. I don't care anymore. They don't want me, they don't need me then. Unfortunately, I got on a really bad flank here, given that it almost looked like our team was shooting each other. They weren't, but that's what it looked like for a second. But it's just this tank's so quirky with setting up shots. We're all fighting over this one little area now. I can't even point my gun up high enough to hit this guy. Yeah, it's just... Being top tier, honestly, this is harder than if I was bottom tier, because I'm still not going to be able to push out on anything, and there's less HP going around for me to get to the value I need to get to. I'm gonna set up here and hopefully I can nail something. I thought he was mad at me for blocking him. He might get mad at me if I shoot him if he pops in front of me, but I don't know why this T-37 wants to pop out there, but if he's gonna get shot at, I will try to take a shot at these guys. One shot down, 2 shots to go. This is probably, I would say, hands down the hardest tank I have ever played, and that's saying a lot. Like, I'm not even exaggerating it either. This is probably the hardest tank I've ever played. Like, you can have bad tanks and quirky tanks, but this, it's not designed to work in World of Tanks as far as the maps go. I'd like to push up to these guys, but I'll actually be a hindrance being up there. I kind of wish that they just let them push into us. I'm gonna have to push up there though, just looking at what's left on the map. We need to win this flank, or else we're definitely 150% going to lose. I'm gonna hope this guy actually pops up and tries to flank them. I will do a quick pop over and try to kill him, but I'm definitely gonna be exposed because there's tanks behind here. A little bit closer to the challenge. But this thing, even though it's only one more shot, a lot can go wrong given the lack of HP, armor, mobility in this thing. Hi, buddy. Really lucky that guy, he could have shot me, to be honest. There's auto aim there, but it works doing that. Just knowing when my gun is actually able to shoot over there. A good sign, already. Go for it. This Comet's smart enough not to push into me when I took the shot on him early, so he knows I can take off a lot of HP. He's not going to push into me when my gun's facing him. I think my best bet is the time to OI experimentals reload, or if he fires, I can take him out. What does VK? Oh god. Come on, keep moving, dude. Move this way for me. That way, that works too. I shouldn't have missed that. I should have aimed higher. Oh, here he comes. Or he should have came there. Awesome. Kind of bad for us though. There's a Type 64 behind us. Not going to help me with the challenge, but I will. Oh, thank you, Artie. Artie just basically saved me there. My gun is damaged though, which is really not good. Unfortunately though, I am really screwed here. This Type 64 can... The Artie's honestly keeping me alive, but the Type 64, he can very easily just flank me, especially with the damaged gun. And a 0 damage hit. Oh well, there's nothing I can do at that point, but thanks for the challenge though. I was able to get it done. I had to reach 1,260 damage though, and assist and blocked. Not that this thing can block, and I reached just under 2,000 there. Had it been any other challenge though, I would have easily lost that though. Thank you 76 for the subscription. Here we go, little buddy. Oh, you're ready. Hello, Black Astro and Shadow Gaming. Nice to see you guys. Alright, so I have an ultimate challenge up here next. Hopefully this works. The Streamlabs wheel. Kind of hope it does. It didn't work last stream for some reason, to where if it doesn't work this stream, I'll probably have to figure out a different way to do this. Doesn't look like it's gonna work again. Oh well. So that's a downer. Usually we spin and it picks a type of tank for me to play for this challenge. So I'll just pick from a tier 10, since a lot of times it's a tier 10 battle. Hello Ryan, nice to see you. Yes, thank you very much Grigsby for the tip. I'm glad you enjoyed that battle. I'll pick a tier 10 here and go with that. Let's see. I'll go just because No. Just because I was getting killed by it earlier by them, that's not a good reason. I'll pick a T125. The T57 is coming up soon, William. Right after this one. I saw your challenge for it. I don't want to do a 2-in-1 challenge. I've got to get to 2.5 times the HP total of the E5 here. Next up is the T57 heavy challenge. Which let me start another giveaway here. Do 800 Levi biscuits for the winner, just to up it a little bit. Wait, just a reminder, you know, I'll be streaming tomorrow instead of on Sunday, just because of football. I'm not too into football, but this is the one day where, you know, we'll go and do stuff. But yeah. So tomorrow we'll be picking Tuesday night's game and stuff like that. So I've got to get to let's see, 5,500 damage the system blocked here. This is going to be difficult. Hello Chad, nice to see you. It's actually a little chilly in here, to be honest. It is really cold and windy out. Usually when it's windy it gets really cold in this corner here. Like one of the furthest spots away from my heater. What do you mean by that, Shadow? I've been playing since 2011, Brian. All-time high damage? I forget. It used to be the IS-3, but now it's something else. It's somewhere around like 8,000–9,000 damage. I'll take a look after this. Thank you very much, Laboba, for the tip. Thanks for the battles too. Well, trying not to shiver here. It's not like it's too cold in here. It's like 64 degrees, so I'm not like freezing to death, but close. Trying to make these challenges a little bit harder on myself by keeping the heat down. That I should not do that. But are you gonna shoot this way or the other way? That's strange, Shadow. Fortunately, this has a cupola if this IS-7's using the premium APCR, it can pen me. Otherwise, I'm not too afraid of him. But the M48 and T57 Heavy will probably shoot premium. I know I can't pen the IS-7 very well right now. He actually just hit me in the cupola in the right spot there. I probably shouldn't have used HE for that shot, given that I was most likely going to push up. But I did track the T57 Heavy there. That was a pretty big track. I'm going to track him, unfortunately. And I have a second time he popped in front of me. Yeah, I have heat here to where it's not a good round against an IS-7, but I can pen him with it angled. Whereas my AP has less of a chance to pen him angled. It's just our IS-7 here, I have no flipping idea how he's pushing out there without dying, because he should have died a couple times here. But just pushing here is, I guess I'm gonna have to go for it. We technically have an advantage, but if I have any hope to get a challenge, I have to play these matches overly aggressive even for my standards. That's the only way I can get done ultimate challenges, to be honest. Crap, I was really hoping I hit that. But I'm at like high 3000s here. I still have to get to 5500, so I have a pretty long ways to go. And this is a hard time of the match to get stuff, because if this batch hat spots and I don't, he's gonna get up all, or get all the assist damage. I know this one Strep 103B is low HP. There's their T57 heavy. Hoping I can squeak by here. But I haven't gotten any assist damage here, which congrats Lobobo on winning the raffle. Crap. I don't know why I'm sitting here. Oops, I don't know why that just flickered there. Blame Levi. No. Alright, time for me to up out here a little bit further with that T57 backing off. Crap. Trying not to use too much heat here, but for some of these tanks I kind of... oh crap, this is not good now. That was a big mistake. I knew the Artie was hitting me and I still stayed here. But when it comes to the Badger, I figured he'd come my way. Really the only hope I have of penning him, I don't have a good shot on his lower plate, is heat, but even heat, maybe I do have a shot on him. There we go. But the reason I don't want to use heat is when some of these guys are angling, especially earlier, the IS-7, I'm hitting their tracks and I'm not causing any damage. Especially if this guy turns here a lot. There we go. I can still pen him with AP. Whereas if I caught a little bit of his track, I wouldn't have been able to punch through it. But thanks for the challenge though. Floyd, I think it was. Yeah, Floyd. I just inched past it here though. A lot of it was block, which surprisingly the E5, it has trouble blocking a lot of stuff nowadays given the amount of premium spam. But I got a little bit lucky given that once I saw their, it was mainly their T57 heavy, and I probably should have aimed that. Their T57 heavy and M48 in the beginning, once I saw that they weren't going to be like focusing just heat on me, it was much easier there. Like the IS-7, not a ton of pen. Super Conqueror was too far away to aim at weak spots. So was their Streb 103B, so that helped me out a bit. But thanks again for the challenge though. I had to get to, first time I think I've beaten you in the past few. I had to get to 5,500 damage, assist, and blocked all combined. Even though my damage was a little low, experience was higher, given that I had 1,600 damage, almost 2,000 assist, and 3,500 block. I lost quite a bit. I missed a ton of rounds, and especially heat rounds, I missed quite a bit of them. They didn't actually help me out all that much, to be honest. Alright, so next up I have a Lux challenge in the T57 heavy. So just moving one down here. This one I have to do 2 times the HP total instead of 2.5 times. I've got to reach 4,500. Honestly, I'm gonna need to make myself some tea after this stream. My throat is like I'm really hoping though, like I've had this, probably for about 4 or 5 days now. I'm really hoping it's nothing serious and it kind of just goes away, because I'd rather not have to go, like, get my tonsils out or something. I wouldn't be able to stream, of course, but it's not. I hate hospitals, so. See you, Black Astro. Thanks for watching. Have a good end to your Friday. You alright, little dog? I'm gonna head north here. Resting now. Am I gonna mime tomorrow night? Maybe. I should be better by tomorrow night. Usually it's just after the past couple streams my throat's definitely, it's a bit sore. Kind of worst fear here. We had a lot of people pull from here and we only have a handful of tanks now. Obviously they haven't seen my map strategy for Klondike. We're gonna have a little bit too many people in the center. You still can win doing that, but it's just less likely. But right now our team, you know, our main group is still here, to where at this point in the match you should be there, and a couple people in the center. So we're, honestly, we're just gonna get, I don't really have any PG-13 words for what's about to happen here, but we can't just ditch this flank entirely. I don't like to be one of these spammers, but I'm probably just gonna sit here and keep hitting the help button, because giving up one of the two most important spots on the map is pretty crucial, because once the enemy pushes down here on us, there's nowhere to hide after this, and they have this bowl to push in further, and they can eat up everyone in the center. You're basically giving them about 2/3 of the map. Not 2/3, I'd say about 35% of the map. I've done that, Victor. Doug also suggested to do that several streams ago. Even though, you know, technically it's camping here, but I know what's coming. It's weird. I'm not like, honestly, I've never had this before. It's hard to describe, to where my throat hurts, but it doesn't feel like I'm sick. It just feels like, you know, it's swollen. But it's not like that sick, stingy feel, if that makes any sense. I honestly got myself in a really bad spot here. I thought they were going to come out of the town first, but no. No. Thanks, E50M. Honestly, I'm going to reload into heat before the next wave comes up. There's no way that they only sent 2 tanks. At least that's what I'm still hoping. Because at this point, we have so many people here still. If they went over here, they'd be more useful because they could shoot the center, but they're not even in a spot to help, which is what's confusing me. They're all trying to go up the cool ice road. Yeah, it's basically useless unless you're actually flanking someone later on in the match. I can't pen the Super Conqueror, especially with heat loaded. I can pen the IS-7 though, if I get lucky and don't hit him in that spot. I was way off on that. I shouldn't even have taken that. Really wish I had the E5 this match, to be honest. Oh lord. Yeah, I really wish I had the E5 this match. I'd actually be able to bounce stuff. The T57 Heavy can't bounce stuff. They're still trying to push through the center though, and they're figuring out the hard way that pushing through the center is really left to the end of matches. Crap. Worried to where if he found out he could get himself up there. Thank you, Artie. Just looking at our team. Oh, what you doing there, E4? Thank you for the follow, Delvif, I think. I want to help somebody, but right now, you know, we technically are holding up more tanks than what are up here, but just, I can't get any shots. I did lose some HP where I shouldn't have, because I was stupidly trying to bounce shots. I should just, you know, do what I'm doing by baiting them. Strobe 103B is really angry. I don't know what this E4 is doing. He thinks he's gonna flank all them. Yeah, I don't think he realizes that there's more than just those guys there. I guess I'm gonna try, like, we even lost the center where we had most of our tanks. I have a Streb 103B here. Don't know where exactly, not there. But yeah, unfortunately we lost the basically largest clump of tanks we had, because pushing through the center is never a good option. The enemy just sat there, took off a lot of HP in the beginning, and then pushed in for the kill. Guy got a little too ahead of himself. Since this is a challenge, I still have a ways to go. I have to get another like 2,000 damage block or assist. The block isn't gonna come, honestly, given this tank, but see about like assist damage or something. It's just, I still have to play this more aggressively than I might want to. Doesn't look like I'm playing aggressive, but I might pop out here if they don't push a little bit further around this corner. It's just 2 shots and I'm dead by most of the tanks that are going to be looking at me. But we've been down basically the entire battle. Oh great. The IS-4 is trying to flank them too. Like, why? Like, literally, just why? Thanks. Oh, I got over the challenge. I don't know my chances of winning here, but thanks for the challenge though, William. I think this Badger knows I'm reloading, but really at this point I'm gonna have to take a shot from him. Yep, and there's a PZ-7 behind him. Oh well, I was gonna die regardless. I was like, maybe I can push past him, but once he tracked me, yeah, I was done. But anyway, I had to get to 4,500 damage, assist, and blocked. I got to 5,400-ish. So thanks again for the challenge, and other challenges tonight, guys. I got 3 out of 3 though. It's been a while since, honestly, I've won all the, you know, especially 3 in a row, to be honest. for that, I will, for anyone that doubts the amount of, especially after how generous you guys were yesterday with tips, Levi has quite a few biscuits at his disposal now. They're all different kinds too. Hey little buddy. They look the same, but it's just like the same company. He's got a little horde of treats over here now. But since I won all the challenges tonight, I will, why don't we do an extra raffle here? I'll do one at the end of the stream too. So let me hop into a grind now. He's now got pumpkin, and then he stole his apple and yogurt, and he's got peanut butter. He's extremely happy. And he's also I don't have him in here. Honestly, if I put them in the chatbot shop, I would have to make them extremely expensive. They're venison lungs. He's allergic to, most people buy their dogs like lamb lungs or beef lungs. He has venison lungs where, you know, we're gonna spoil him. It's like a little pouch of them. It was like, I forget how much. It was like 14 bucks or something. They're really expensive for the amount you got. Hey, little doggy. Alright, so RU251 here. After this, I got the IS-3, T-30, KV-4. Thank you, Unitas Rock, for the follow on Twitch. Are you grooming your zebra? But definitely tonight. I thought it was going to be tonight. Tomorrow, Lily will be here, so they'll probably be running around behind me. Or maybe they'll be with Ryan. We'll see. Talking about dogs for anyone that doesn't know. I'm going to take a chance and push up here. Usually it does not work out for me, but there's going to be a lot of people on my team heading this way, so what the hell. Thank you, ELC Even, for taking one for the team. He might have not wanted to get rammed there, but honestly that was probably his best play, like no joke, is to let that T-49 ram him and to help us take out that T-49. Thank you, Mr. Giggles, for the follow, and Willie for the subscription. Crap. Poorly timed on my part. At least I should be able to, maybe, yep. I was checking to see how much he hit me for. He had one of the bigger guns on it, so. I could get a shot in IS-2. Maybe, it just already technically can hit me here, but I'm just hoping I can sneak by F1. Alright, let me somewhere else here. Honestly, I don't go up here enough to know the exact routes to get off of here safely. That ELC didn't, or he couldn't even. There's so many jokes you can make about the ELC even. Performance-wise and with its name. Why don't I try something fun here? It's probably going to go horribly wrong for me. But I'm going to try something fun and hope that this Type 4 does not pen me with a HE round. Definitely have the enemy team's attention now. Lorraine, are you going to try to hop over on me, or are you just going to... This spot is definitely high risk. Oh god, I'm so glad nobody else shot me. This Lorraine is probably a little bit angry that he just drove down here and I'm just driving backwards. Okay, thank you, team. I don't even care that I got no assist damage from that. That was very rewarding. I forgot the RU could travel that fast in reverse. Glad no one could hit me though. It's almost like I knew what I was doing there. The only reason I knew that had a small chance of actually working is because somebody did that when I was on this side as an enemy. And it really screwed our team up. So I figured, why not try it? But that's where learning little things like that and learning from not just your mistakes, but what works for an enemy team against you can come in handy. Like this already is going to absolutely, or not, clobber me. Oh god, that's such a ugly Hardy. You deserve to die. But 2,700 damage, 1,100 assist. Oni, thank you very much for shooting me. You're such an awesome player. 4 kills. That was a fun battle. Congrats, Labobo, on winning again. I did see, I didn't watch that match, but I did see that video you're, which I'm gonna pick a second winner too, William. Congrats on winning. I did see that video in the ELC even. Or not see it, I saw it pop up on my feed, but I didn't watch it yet. Top 2 damage though, 4 kills. Yeah, maybe it was. Okay, top 2 experience and damage and 4 kills. Pretty good battle. I will crown myself MVP for that. Not to sound too full of myself, but I wish I got that assist damage now, so I could have walled it ahead a little bit. But we went IS-3. Next up here. Hello, Jeffrey. Nice to see you. Time to make a house payment. Let me know how that goes. I wish I could pay my mortgage with Levi biscuits. I don't think they would appreciate that if I'm like, if I give you 7 billion Levi biscuits, would you accept that for a month payment? Oh no, he's definitely... I tune into his stream from time to time, but to me, like, he's a very good player. I just personally like, you know, since I stream, I like watching like fun streams, if that makes sense. And a lot of times, honestly, not World of Tanks, because, you know, I just want something like, not that World of Tanks isn't fun, but you know what I mean. Do I know? No, Jeffrey. I don't know if anyone's known as the World of Warships guru. Honestly, no. If someone is calling themselves that, I don't know who they are, but I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, if someone did something like that. But I personally, I don't watch anything World of Warships or look up stuff, so I wouldn't know. I know that some people stream it, but the player base is very small compared to tanks as a whole. You know, it's bigger than World of Warplanes, but, you know, as a whole it is a very small player base, which is why they added it to Steam. I know some people stream it. I'm forgetting, there's a couple people that I know do it regularly who speak English, but I don't know anybody that makes like guides and stuff on a website, if you're asking for that. I don't want to push too far because I can get shot on my left. Hello, fix it. Well, yeah, having fun playing tanks. Oxymoron for a lot of people. But what I mean from that is, Like, I typically don't watch streamers unless it's like a different game. Like if it's for World of Tanks, I like watching people who have a good personality, if that makes sense. Because a lot of times when I have like a World of Tanks stream up on my other screen and I'm like working on an article or something, it's not like I can keep my eyes to see what exactly someone's playing, so I often just listen. Okay. Definitely have their attention. They've got a lot of people up in that corner, and we should just leave them there, to be honest. But not a bad, or not a good time. Add myself a itch. I should have just pushed that a little further to get a better shot. I'm just afraid I was the only one over here, which I have a very good shot on him, but I'd rather help them with WZ-111-14. He's the more dangerous tank they have. Him and the T-95. Definitely got his attention. But I'd much rather shoot him and leave two tanks. You know, they're almost dead already after getting shot once apiece. Bounced off of him. I know where he's at. Now they're starting to come up. But glad my plan worked. I had the easiest, ooh lord, I had the easiest shot on the WZ-111-14. Now the question is this T-95 you fire APCR or not? I can bounce his AP off of my turret, but I can't guarantee 100% APCR bouncing off of my turret. The M12 looks like a nice shot, however, if I turn my turret, I will die. Or not die, but I'll lose half my HP. Like even this, I'm I'm showing small little parts of my hull, but the T-95 hasn't fired at me yet. We're up by 3, but ooh, there's the T-95 shot though. I will gladly push now. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. Ooh. More afraid of the T-95 right now than I am of either of these guys. Especially, yeah, because they should die. Let's say I'm unsure why that guy was still alive. Alright. Question of the day. T-95. Actually advancing. He's gonna have to start turning that way, so I actually want to stay out over here. Just since we are up, I'm mainly trying to outplay the turtle. KV-12 is, or KV-122 is one of the worst premium tanks in the game. I would not recommend it to anybody. They primarily designed that tank to build off of people wanting the old KV-1S that was in the tech tree. Because that's basically how it's designed. It's just they heavily nerfed it when they released it as a premium tank. Ooh, why are you repairing? Ooh. Our AMA Nexus got RD'd. But a pretty good match. Grand scheme of things here. Almost 3k damage, 1600 assist. Don't know if I'll be able to get... Nope. WZ is completely lost. I don't even think he knew that the RD was up there. You are right though about the ELC giggles not being a very balanced tank. But Mastery Badge first class, really nice battle there. It's basically, luckily I was on the north side, so I exploited pushing through the swamp like I did early on that one route. And there's not too much you can do against it if the enemy team plays it that way, unless you basically thwart that in the beginning. But, you know, top damage, top experience, yeah, good all around match there. Finally got a first class though. It only took me, what, 2.5 hours. Last stream I had like 6 or 7 of them. But let me get a T30 up here next. So at least the next giveaway will have some extra biscuits to it. Prima Victoria, yes, it is a very good tank. If you like, say, the Centurion, I know it's, you know, Swedish. It's basically a Centurion 1 with the Centurion 7's turret on it, you know, at tier 8. Which coincidentally, you know, unfortunately I'm not a community contributor. Blame that on Wargaming. Maybe we should make a petition. But Wargaming, hello, WoT. Wargaming NA has given a ton of Prima Victoria codes out to North American streamers, and they are giving them away, I think, starting today. So don't all go run away to other streams quick. I don't blame you though if you want to. You should see basically other NA streamers like Trobs Monkey, Junkers, there's a few others. Basically they're going to be giving away Prima Victoria, and probably like Meathead, he streams occasionally now. They're going to be giving away Prima Victoria codes, at least probably just for the weekend here. My favorite's the T110E3, Jeffrey. Pretty sure you've asked that a few times. It's not going to change. Alright. I'm going to play this in the center, unless they have a lot of people in the 9 line. But right now this IS-6 is making it extremely tempting, and can hold down somewhat effectively here. See if he panics. Turn his turret just enough for me. Well, yeah. That's one thing that, you know, people view botting, which is actually funny. It was 2 days ago I've read how Twitch actually won a lawsuit against one of the most popular viewbot websites, where you basically pay to get, say, like 50 viewers, and they even chat and stuff and look like real people. They won a lawsuit against them, and in the court case they actually, I believe, have to turn over, you know, I guess people's identities, like IP addresses and whatever they used to pay to get them. So anyone that did use them probably is going to get in trouble from Twitch. That's a big no-no. A lot of people do it though, you'd be surprised. You know, unfortunately it's because that's how most people get recognized. Everyone's like, oh, they have 500 viewers, they must be like the best streamer ever. Fortunately here, I'd like to push somewhere. It's just, honestly, I'm worried about the beach. It sounds strange because the beach usually isn't that big of a play on this map, but we don't have anyone covering it. Our Artie, honestly, you need to, lack of better words, run, but figuring out who view bots or what there's no conclusive proof that you can do against anybody, but it is a really effective way to honestly get to be a popular streamer. It's all good, Jeffrey. I'm honestly surprised our SPGs did not just move. They have an engine, they have tracks. He is lower HP, but let's go for the IS first, just to get him out. I feel bad being a T-30 coming to do cleanup, but I guess it's what you have to do. Completely missed him. Don't. Okay, the T-29 is down going with the Lorraine. Lorraine can clip him. Alright. I'd rather actually fight where I should be. I didn't exactly press as hard as I should have, which, no, Lorraine's actually going to die because he missed a shot. You're doing very well earlier, Tiger 2. Unfortunately, one little mistake like that against a T-30, all it takes. Could be able to get a shot in their T-30. Unfortunately, that Lorraine dying was a pretty big mistake. God. Actually, no bueno for me. Crap, 0 damage. Aim too low. I unfortunately played this a little bit too safe, and right now we're just running out of tanks. They're all hiding in the corner, which I don't necessarily blame them, but definitely a little annoying. My best chance to help my team is honestly to maybe take out their T-30, but I don't think I'm actually going to be able to take anybody out at this point. Well, at least he doesn't have a fire extinguisher, so further proof on why you should have a fire extinguisher. Trying to keep myself angled, but their T-30's going to be able to pop me here. Yep. Almost got another shot, but, you know, even though I got 2,500 damage, blocked 2,000, and a little bit of assist, I screwed up for my team. Didn't help that a lot of them died quick, but at the same time, I should have went where originally I wanted to, which is either here and help them push, because they ended up putting a lot of tanks there and then running back when they should have just pushed in. Or I should have, instead of heading here, basically went to this area and outplay their T-30, but it's hindsight. But I should have just left the beach alone, but yeah. Hello Nox, nice to see you. Nothing happened to me involving Twitch, Jeffrey. Just talking about other people. No, I haven't. Basically, if I have a tank painted with camo already, I'm not going to change it. It's just new tanks, you know. I don't want to, you know, spend gold if I don't have to be honest. But, you know, I got top damage there, but it was still, you know, their enemy T-30 outplayed me, which basically is why I screwed that match up there. I should have played a lot more aggressively, given I was top tier. Sure, I can do that. Oh. I have a KV4 up next. Either way, and we can do a tier 10 and then I can do a grind to finish the stream off. Or yes, Randall, especially if you have, your granddaughter with you, I would not watch Trob's Monkey. Explaining, if you've never watched him, he is fairly entertaining. I don't even know how to describe him without possibly sounding angry, or not angry but mean. But he's a fun streamer to watch. But he definitely rages about World of Tanks and curses a lot. But you know, people like watching that. T110E3 would definitely win against the T34 medium. Granted, I guess the T34 would win because the T110E3 never actually got built. The furthest that ever got the T110E5, that specific. I'm heading somewhere. That only got up to a wooden mock-up phase before being canceled, and I believe it was because of the M48 or the M60 it got passed over for. I'm just gonna play this straightforward for better or for worse. No arty, so a little bit, but I'm technically the only person in here, so I probably shouldn't have shot that. Kind of hoping that, yep, there we go. My teammates will be able to help me. Oh, definitely, this is not going to go well here at all. I knew that T-29 was doing that, but now the Patriot is able to do the exact same thing. Two Patriots at that. Yeah, and I don't have a repair kit, so I'm literally just screwed here. The one's even shooting premium at me and bouncing, but I can at least maybe no. Oh well. Honestly, I probably should get angry there, only because like William, he's helping out, but we have a few other tanks that probably should have been able to shoot as well. But I should have stayed on this corner. But basically our team's doing a big push this way, the enemy team's doing a big push that way, and unfortunately for us, our tier 8s, you know, me and William basically got taken out because we just got overwhelmed. But it happens. I just shouldn't have pushed out that far in a KV4, especially basically T26 E5s. The one was shooting APCR. Just the likelihood of a tier 8 premium shooting premium rounds is higher than another tier 8 standard premium or standard tank. In the KV4's armors, it's okay, but one thing I learned grinding through it is definitely don't rely upon it a lot of times. You can rely upon it against lower tiers, but against same tier tanks, you're definitely going to find it a little bit lacking. Oh, I'm on the wrong wrong tier here. Why don't I? He has a Skoda. I'll play something. Why don't I play an E50? I haven't played the tier 9 E50 in a while, I think. Played the E50M recently. Yeah. Raw. Oh, they both capped out. I was just like, how did they draw? It was only a minute ago. The optics on the KV4, it's mainly later on in battles. I'd rather have optics than say like vents on it. I know it's not entirely useful on a tank like the KV4, but say if it's later on in battle and I'm against say even like another tier 8 heavy, they will be able to really outspot me, and basically it's just covering up a really huge downside if you don't have them on and someone else does. And say it's like a 2v2 or like, you know, a really close battle at the end, I'd rather have the optics. I'm pretty sure most people would dislike bots, yes. Hello, Russian person maybe? I think that's a Russian name. But I have to have done something right in the KV4 since last month. It ranked me as #1 for the NA server in Wargaming's Hall of Fame thing. I know that's not entirely like showing of everything, but I did actually really enjoy grinding through the KV4 a lot more than I thought I would, so. Object 907, that's just a big nope for me. I was contemplating pushing into the ditch, but once I saw a 907 pop up, that just nope, right out of my head. Because if he pushed down into me, I literally would not stand a chance. Unless I somehow could flip him over. Right, that person got evaporated and we didn't actually spot the FV, so not good for a couple reasons. The cap I'm not worried about because party can reset caps pretty easily. This is why I never really worry about people getting on a cap for encounter, because your arty can always splash them at higher tiers. Lower tiers you have to worry a little bit if you don't have something like a FV304 or something with a high shell arc. Ooh, Lord. But not exactly my favorite way of playing this area, you know, playing it defensively. Just usually people are able to figure out where to push. Most people, you know, fight in this area on this map every single time since it's, you know, the best place to go. I really want to shoot this guy with HE, but I know swapping off of this round has a pretty high chance of causing more harm than good. Oh Lord, I thought he was actually going to stop. I was very, very wrong there. Uh-oh. Help. Yeah. I'm the last one left, and I might be able to run away here. It's going to be very, very close, and I'm probably going to get hit from... Run! Let's say I'm probably going to get hit from over there, but luckily I did not. I live to fight another day. Or, I live to get shot another day, I should say. Ukraine? Sorry. Well, hello, Ukrainian. That sounds weird. Person from Ukraine, I should say. So let me just drive straight across here. That does. I'm really surprised I didn't die. The only way I'm gonna get shots is if I literally run far enough away here, which, oh no. No. I should have died there again. If I run far enough away, I'm outside their V range. Still in the V range. Still running away. Really wish I had some HP. Here we go. Actually, whoop, still not entirely safe here. But I've got to try something. Given our really high chance of just absolutely getting clobbered once we lose this side. At Centaurian 7, he's smart by pushing this way. He's gonna definitely get me if I don't get across to this next little hill here. Which I'll start a raffle after this next, after this battle finishes. And I'll play one more after this. Hey, sometimes I run. I run for very good reasons. You often do not see me run. Doesn't matter what tank I'm in, I typically don't run, and usually it's the wrong choice. Honestly, should keep running here, but our only hope, they're still holding out. Fortunately, he got our one arty. I say our only hope is if we save our arties. But this Centaurian, he still has the leg up on both of us. Ooh, crap. Of course I missed him. Where? There's no arty left, AMX. What are you doing up there? I wish he would actually look at the team screen. Help that guy, kill him in one less shot. Centaurian shot, so I have a... Can't pen him. Sorry, William. Crap, I'm actually a little bit off where I want it to be. He got me. Oh, I screwed that up. I'm actually angry at myself for screwing that up. I meant to go here, but I was already past the rock. But I meant to drop down here and basically hightail it as fast as I could to get up here and hope that I could help, because I saw that they had low HP. I would have been able to kill him. But that's a shame. Honestly, even though we're gonna lose this one most likely, I probably could have won that, but I just didn't turn hard enough. Oh well. I hate losing matches like that. Alright, so let's see. I already got that doubled. Still haven't doubled the AMX 5100. Let's have another go at this. One more raffle here. This is gonna be my last fight though, for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow though, streaming 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Basically moving Sunday stream to Saturday this week. So we'll be picking Tuesday night's game. I'll be soloing. It'll be a fun stream. But the rest of the week's schedule coming up will be the same. Jeffrey, they are illegal, so I can't really comment on that, so. That's why people get banned every couple months for being caught for using illegal mods. Hey, there's a price on it though, John. At least it has a price on it now. I'm gonna basically do my usual thing. This map it confuses me a lot because, you know, the South, I feel confident in saying that the South is most of the time useless for you to actually go there. Usually the battle's determined up here, but I get really confused on where I should position myself and when or where I should push. Like right now, I really want to kill this bobblehead, but I might take shots from my left here if I'm not quick about it. Although him having to angle towards the guys out in the open though. Saw I had an opening. I'm just gonna reload now, since I'm not gonna push with just 3 rounds. I think it'll be a nice addition, Flame. I think for practical reasons, it's not going to be anything out of this world. It's going to be interesting to use, but I don't think it's going to be across a lot of battles that useful. It might actually be a hindrance, honestly. Basically, you just have, instead of having very large upsides and downsides to having a traditional autoloader, you're instead going to have more upsides and downsides from, you know, having a little bit of a blend of both. I shouldn't have shot him like that. Just trudging along into me here. Kind of hoping somebody comes to help me because I screwed up against the super Pershing. Gonna get me down to one-shottable levels. I have a tank behind me that could very easily kill me. But this is where, honestly, once I missed those first 2 shots, I was trying to track him with my first one. I pretty much knew he was going to kill me here. Unless he doesn't have a repair kit, I can run away. Yeah, that guy finally saw me back in A5. I knew he was going to kill me because the accuracy on this sucks. Excuse my language. And once you're out of your autoloader magazine, you have about 47 seconds to reload. To where you're just helpless, to where, yeah. I shouldn't have been there by myself for that long. Hopefully my team wins, but it just stinks. Yeah, but I shouldn't have. The super Pershing, I went to track him and then, you know, just shoot his turret weak spots. But I should have honestly just baited him somewhere else, given the HP that I had. I can add one to buy, but if you guys would like. Congrats, Grigsby, on winning the raffle. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream tonight. Thank you very much for the tips and also the new follows and subscriptions. I'm gonna hopefully here. I always forget to add up kind of the stream recap as I'm monologuing here. Um, Did it work? Why didn't it work? There we go. At least our team's gonna win this. They should though. But I definitely, the AMX 5100, it's just basically right now, that was the least favorite tank I had going into the French heavy line. And the starter meal I'm on, my least favorite TD of the line I'm on. TVP the same thing. And RU251 the same thing, to where I haven't gotten the hang of, honestly, the starter meal or the AMX 5100 yet. But the AMX 5100, it's good, but it doesn't fit with how I play at all. And, you know, I'm still trying to kind of learn it. I've only played 6-7 battles in it, I think, so far. So, but thank you again, guys, you know, for everyone watching, chatting, challenging me and stuff. You know, it was a fun night. You know, I'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Should be a fun stream. Hopefully I'll have a couple things done with the challenge board and whatnot. But I was kind of hoping to see the end of this, but we'll see how. They might be able to kill him pretty fast. Jeffrey, I didn't answer that because honestly, it's not really an answerable question, so sorry. Come on, you can do it. I was really expecting him to ram him. But anyway, thank you again, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. If you don't catch me tomorrow, my stream after that won't be Sunday. It'll be next Tuesday morning or Tuesday night for the Game of the Week stream. So thanks again for watching. Have a very nice weekend, everybody. And hopefully, if you like football, your team ends up winning this weekend. So see you guys. Have a nice one.